big AV group, I'm wearing planar headphones.
Yeah.
How do people feel about premium headphone listening here? Or are you all in on you were talking about scale earlier, feeling the music's a bit different than the more intimate listening experience, but do you still find yourself looking for like the right headphone pair or 2-channel pair for your music?
I'm pretty addicted to my Sennheisers that I use when I don't want to disturb the wife, like late at night. So a good headphone, I think, has its place in anybody's audio repertoire.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Those look like some pretty big cans you got going on. What are those?
These are the HiFi HE1000 SEs. They're 3,500. I'm using a Denafrips DAC.
You're saying that you're telling me earlier you really like that.
It's pretty cool. I have the Monolith THX 887, I believe, coming in tomorrow that I bought. So I'm going to pair that with that. Right now I'm using a JDS Labs Atom, which is amazing for a $100 headphone amp. If anyone's looking for a budget headphone amp, it's ridiculous.
I love the dial on the JDS Lab stuff. This is one amp.
The front one?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is one on top. It's like this. I was like, I would get that just for that volume knob.
Is that the Element, I believe?
The Element.
The JDS Element.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that dial. They need to just sell that dial to everybody. It's amazing.
They remind me of a Variac. They're very industrial with that aesthetic, but very cool at the same time.
Yeah. Jonathan, I'm using the Aries 2. I just got it probably about a week ago. So the reason why I wanted to get the Monolith amp is because I can do the XLR cables and go fully balanced all the way to the headphone. So I'm dying to try that out. This has kind of like been my eye-opening experience on the headphone side. You know, when you get big planar magnetics or ribbon headphones or stacks, you know, those produce quite a unique listening experience.
Those have pretty good bass because they better for that size.
Planars the transients are so fast. It's not just more bass. It's like, you know, to the hertz, if you will. You know, it's so accurate. It's kind of like what Technodad was trying to describe earlier. You know, it's the bass just sounds a little bit different, but in every right way, and it gets really intoxicating very quickly to where you're like, I just got to add a little bit more.
I like that word. I might steal that word, intoxicating.
It is,
right?
It's addicting.
Okay.
Like a nice chocolate cake after a steak dinner.
Chocolatey.
Yeah,
chocolatey.
Molten chocolate.
Chocolatey sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The Aries 2 is great. It opens up the soundstage for that comment. Just to piggyback before we switch topics. The Atom, everything, the whole Atom stack is very smooth, really good bass. It's kind of a little bit warmer, whereas my shit products, SCHIIT, by the way, I'm not saying they're bad products.
Yeah.
They're a little bit brighter and they lose some of the bass definition. So with the JDS amp paired with the Denafrips Aries 2, now all of a sudden I get a little bit more playfulness and more musicality up top to open up headphones that are normally more laid back. So
he says you have a good radio voice.
You know, to the point about getting expensive headphones, I have to be in a fixed place, right? So if you have expensive headphones, you have to have expensive amp and then the DAC, and it all has to be. It's not mobile, and I want to take
You're
it
leashed
with me.
to your desk.
Yeah. And so I end up getting monitors instead, right? Because I do want to feel a little bit more from a distance for the same price, right? Whether it's the whole package, 3,000 or 4,000 for the headphones, or 3,000 or 4,000 for a similar DAC amp combo. I find myself just breaking down and getting a DAC amp monitor, bookshelves, that's similarly quality DAC amp, amazing full cal or Sennheiser or HiFi Man headphones. I just need that space. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was going to ask
both.
that question. What do you consider high-end headphones? Because there's $50,000 headphones.
Yes, there is. Definitely.
And the one thing that that's nice about headphones, even your cheaper headphones, you're taking your room out of the equation. So then you can hear what is, air quote here, artist intent more easily because you're isolating one factor that's a big part of audio, which is your room.